Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azin Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. What a night it has been, people of God. What a night. Drama everywhere. A lot happening in the Big Brother house. I do not even know where to start. But let me tell you the two major things that happened tonight at the Big Brother Naija house. So, Big Brother, as it's custom, today is Friday, so he decided to bless the housemate by releasing the key to the fridge in the garden, and you know what that means: alcohol everywhere, free booze for everybody. And when alcohol enter body, they start misbehaving. That was how they started though, and everybody was now feeling fly, drinking alcohol left, right, center, and all that. They were all feeling good. They were chatting and all and everything. And then in the midst of all this, one thing happened. So Dorothy and Ozo finally had their talk, and while they were talking, Ozo explained to Dorothy he was actually paying because of that food stuff that Dorothy gave him a smaller portion than every other person else. And Dorothy tried to explain is because he was not standing there and there were people already there, so he had to give other people food. That what was he expecting her to do and all that. And also was like, do not let public perception affect our friendship. The fact that I'm attracted to somebody does not mean that I'm going to joke with our friendship or something like that. That even Nengi knows that, you are my main person. And Dorothy told him, see, it's not about public perception, because if it was about that, I would have stopped talking to you from the first week, because that's when it started. But this is week 4 and I'm still talking to you. I just need this for myself. I just want to do me. That in this house right now, according to what Dorothy said, that in this house, that she just does not want to be all up in people's businesses anymore. That even Lucy, that right now the people she normally talks to are Praise and Prince. Even Lucy, she's kind of like decreasing the way she talks with Lucy. She just wants to be on her own, by herself, for herself. That it's not about Ozo, that it's about her, and this is what is going to make her happy. So he should bear with that. That it's not as if that they are fighting, or they are not fighting, but she just wants to reduce all that, so to be focused on why she came to the house. So Ozo did not really like it. Dorothy left and then sat down. Then Nengi came and Ozo gave her a seat beside Dorothy, and he was there. He was not in the middle of both of them. He was standing at their back. One hand was on Dorothy, the other hand was on Nengi. I'm like, this guy. At the end of the day, Dorothy kind of like shifted her chair and all that, but because Ozo would, in fact, Ozo, he get coconut head. He refused to hear word. That's also for you. As that was going on now, they started talking. Then they started, the group, everybody was there. So they started talking about ladies that chase men. And while they were on that topic, what's her name? Erica was not like, she's not the kind of girl that chases a man, that kind of a thing. Because if you chase a man, they start, see you finish will come in. That she's not that kind of a girl. As she just finished talking, Wathoni now said, but kid, you did not chase any girl here, right? And that was it too. And what's her name? Erica was now like laughing, that kind of funny laugh, and now looked at Wathoni and said, what's your point now? Explain your point with your chest. Let her explain her point with her chest. She was still laughing, and Dorothy was like, what's the point? And we thought that was it too, until because V and Nengi were actually cooking inside before they came out and all that. So when V came inside, Neil was there, Brighto was there, Lakon was there. They went inside from the garden. They were inside there gossiping. We'll come to their part later. So now when she came inside, she now told Neil, Brighto, and what's his name, Lakon, that that Erica is shouting at Kiddwaya outside, that she's talking about, that you let people disrespect me, blah 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 blah. The next thing we now saw, Erica went inside the HOH room, and then Kiddwaya came and like, babe, what's wrong? What is going on? And she was like, you were there and Wathoni was throwing a shade at me and you did not say anything. It's like inside here you are like, I'm gonna be by you, I'm gonna defend you and all that, but outside you just keep mute and watch them throw shades at me, especially Wathoni, that she doesn't know what her problem with Wathoni is. And Kid was kind of like, he doesn't understand what is going on here, like he doesn't understand why Erica is upset. Then Erica was so upset, she went upstairs and she was not like, what, I'm done with with you from now on. We're gonna be strictly friends. I'm like, I thought you told Ebuka and the rest of us that you people are just friends. So what has changed? As she was filming, she was dressing the bed, she was so angry. When she was done, like, Kiddwaya was there. He was also helping her dress the bed though. And she was just talking and talking. She's done, that this is how he is, that this is the perception he has given her, that he doesn't defend her, that he's like two-faced, like a hypocrite and all that. And the next thing, she lay down there and she started crying. Kiddwaya was about to go out. He already kissed her forehead and was about to go out. The next thing Oga heard was somebody crying. I'm like, hey, now, wow, drama. That was how Erica was not crying, no. So Kiddwaya now came to him like, why are you crying? No, don't do that. Don't cry. And she was like, you don't defend me, blah, 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 blah. And the next thing, he held her and yeah. And from that part now, that is scene 1, part 1 of the movie. No, do you think that has ended? No, it has not ended. The next thing, what's her name? Erica came into the house and started looking for Wathoni. I think Wathoni was in the restroom area, and she went to her and was like, okay, what do you have against me? And Wathoni was like, I don't have anything against you. If it's about Kiddwaya and all that. And she was like, it's not about Kiddwaya. You always talk to me rudely, that kind of a way. And Wathoni was trying to defend herself, saying that ever since the case happened to the truth and dare, that was how you started, acting, somehow towards her. And Erica was now like, who is talking about that? You are just exaggerating. And Ezuka was talking, and Wathoni was like, if you won't let me talk, then you are getting me angry, you are insulting me, and there's no point for this conversation. And Erica was like, who is, insulting you, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing, Wathoni was like, you know what, V, because V was there too. And she was like, V, I'm out of this group chat. I'm out of here. And, as Wathoni was walking through that corridor, she was like, why is it that you are coming to me and all that, coming to meet me in the restroom and all that? Then Erica followed her. Wathoni went to the dining area. Ozo was there, Nengi was there, Trikiti was there. In fact, it was a whole show for the house because everybody started coming out. Aisha came out, Kaisha came out, Lucy came out, Dorothy came out, Prince was there, Tolani Baj was there, Neo was there, Lakon. It was a show for the house, people of God. And the person that they were even fighting for was in the kitchen cooking. Yeah. That's true. Kiddwaya would just acted as if he was not even part of what was going on. He was cooking. But even though at some point he also came to separate fight, but he was just cooking. So Erica came to her and was like, what do you mean you have a problem with me? You are saying it's all about man. And Wathoni said, I cannot fight with you because of man. I'm old enough. I have a son and all that. And Erica was like, you have a son. I think about your son. Act your age. At 29, you have a son. You don't act your age. Always playing the victim and all that. I've seen the way you do this with this person and all that. I've met you with you 3 times. You are throwing shades at me. And Wathoni was like, I'm not throwing shades at you. And then it almost got physical, people of God, because Erica was coming too close, and Wathoni was like, why are you pointing at me? Stop pointing at me. And Erica was like, if I point at you, what would you do? She was just coming close like that. What's her name? Kiddwaya had to come, hold her, even Trikiti, like, hold her away, and she was just shouting and shouting. And when she mentioned Wathoni's son, that was where Nengi was like, no, you should not do that. That's not right. And then she stormed off, and then she went to the HOH room. She went there, she lay down after taking water or something. She lay down, and then Kiddwaya, after eating and also being there with Wathoni was also fuming her own in the dining, like, why would she be there? Why would she come to her? That has Erica has always had something in mind for her or against her and all that, talking as if that having a child at 21 is a bad thing, that's not an insult. And other people there, they were agreeing with her. Then back in the what's it called, that place, they normally pack their boxes. There was Lucy and there was Dorothy, and Lucy was like, oh, this boy drama and everything because of man, and even the guy people are talking about is in the kitchen cooking, and Lucy was talking, and Dorothy was like, that Lucy should mind her business, that she should not put her mouth in this thing, that she should just mind her business, because Dorothy told her point blank, mind your business. So back in the HOH room, Kiddwaya now went to meet Dorothy, what's her name, Erica, and told her, these people are trying to come in between us, don't let them, you don't have to be crying here. And the next thing, Erica held him and was kissing him. And then the next thing, she was like, what, that Wathoni has always been there, that she's even surprised at Nengi, that how did Nengi come to tell her not to talk about Wathoni's age? Was Nengi not the one that was talking about Lucy's age when she calling Lucy old cargo, when she had an issue with Lucy and all that? I'm like, ha, now wow for these people. So and what's his name? Kiddwaya now told her, cheer up, let's go outside and mingle and talk and drink and all that. So they now came outside. She now saw Erica saw what's her name, Nengi, and they hugged it out. And Nengi was like, you shouldn't have brought in her son. And Erica was like, she was the one that brought in her son and all that. That she just used it as a response to her, that since you brought in your son, you too act as if you have a son and act your age. So they were now in the lounge. That's where they call it. No, not the lounge, the garden area. And Wathoni now went to meet Lucy, and they were now complaining because Dorathy did not give Lucy that hearing time. So she now had to perch on Wathoni, and they now talked about it. Wathoni was complaining, saying that, if she tells Kid all the things that Erica has told her, about him, that she's sometimes when she sees Kid and Erica, she's just surprised because things that Erica has told her about Kid. And Lucy also said that there are things that Erica told Katrina about Kid that even if Kid hears it, that he's going to be very, very surprised. So people of God, that was the fight that happened. It was even more intense that I'm telling you guys, because I guess I'm a bit tired and all. So yeah, you remember I told you that Neo and what's his name, and Bright O and Lakon was inside. They were busy castigating other people's relationship, and what's his name, Bright O was saying that in this house, that the only relationship he knows will last even outside the house is Neo and V. The way they are, the other relationships are just strategy, pure strategy. There was no genuine feelings there and all that. Yeah. And also during when they were outside, Kiddwaya asked what's his name, Neo, what was the color of the dress that Kaisha wore when she came into the house, and he said red. And he now asked Neo, what was the color of the dress that V wore when she came in? He said he doesn't remember. So that tells you how much Neo actually was connected to Kaisha when he came into the house than V. So yeah, people of God, that's basically what happened though. I think at the end of the day, Kiddwaya was like, he should not let V hear something like that. So yeah, and he even admitted that he had his eyes on Kaisha, when he came into the house, and it wasn't like it was actually V that asked him out. So that's basically what happened last night. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Erica, her outburst was unnecessary? Do you think that Wathoni was playing the victim, and that she had something against Erica? Do you think that both of them are just fighting because of man? Let me know what you think in the comment section. As for Ozo and Dorothy, do you think that this is the end of the Dozo friendship? Do you think that Dorothy is overreacting? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Till I come your way again, I remain your girl, Azin Williams. Take care of yourselves, guys, and have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye, guys.